Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. Please feel free to write to me at walkwithtak@gmail.com if you have any question regarding to this video or any other videos that I have posted in the past. If you have any videos that you would like me to make, please let me know. I'm looking forward to hearing from you. Recently, a viewer wrote me and he asked me what is the best way or the simplest way to make a chicken chow mein. He said he loved chicken chow mein. Now, I discovered the best way to make actually any type of noodle dish is to use whatever noodles that you have available. Now, in this case, most of us always have spaghetti pasta noodles on hand, and I always advise people to cook more spaghetti pasta noodle each time, and then you can store them in the refrigerator. And they have actually excellent shelf life. Usually you can store them for up to a week to 10 days, and they are still good for any type of noodle dish that you would like to make. Now, actually, this makes an excellent noodle dish, and in fact, I use it to make a chicken chow mein. Now, the question you might ask is that, what is a chow mein? How does a chow mein different from a lo mein? So in this video, I'm going to show you a very simple method to make a chicken chow mein. All it takes is a basic template for cooking a chicken stir-fry dish. And if you have the noodles on hand, all you have to do is then mix the noodles with the chicken stir-fry dish that you are making. And that simplicity allows you to have a chicken chow mein anytime you want. And instead of paying a Chinese restaurant to have a chicken chow mein, you can have it at home and cost you almost nothing in comparison that you will pay for it. Now, to make this chicken chow mein, the basic idea is actually very simple. It is basically that how you cook a chicken stir-fry dish. Now, there are many different ways to cook chicken stir-fry dish, and the method that I'm going to show you here is a method known as shallow frying. Now, of course, the chicken I have, I'm going to coat it with cornstarch as well as with my Walk with Tak basic seasoning mix. This seasoning mix will give the chicken a nice umami flavor, and you will find it to be really enjoyable. Now, this method, frequently known as shallow frying, is kind of very similar to deep frying because you coat the chicken with cornstarch, and together with the Walk with Tak basic seasoning mix will give you a nice crispy texture. And since the chicken has been sliced very thin, it cooks very quickly. Now, one way to make sure that you can have chicken anytime you want is to prep the chicken in advance. What I do is that instead of freezing the chicken breasts after I brought them back from the supermarket, I will slice them up to the size that are appropriate for stir frying. And this makes them much easier for you to use anytime you want. When I freeze them in about 8-ounce portion in a thin layer in a Ziploc sandwich bag, you can thaw them out in a bowl of lukewarm water in about 10 minutes. That gives you a lot of flexibility, which means that you can have chicken anytime you want. Another important thing that I find it to be very helpful, both from flavor and health standpoint, is that use the chicken as a condiment rather than as a main ingredient. It will make the dish far more interesting because you can combine them with different kind of vegetables. Like in this case, I'm going to, first thing I'm going to add is some fresh shiitake mushroom, which I purchased from Chinese supermarket or any type of Asian market. And then I add broccoli. Now, the reason that I add different ingredients at different time point is because I want to cook them at different time. And because the level of doneness I want them, the ingredients I want to cook longer, I will put them first. And in this case, of course, the chicken, I'm going to put it down first because chicken is important that I want to make sure that it cooked to the certain doneness. Therefore, it prevents any danger of microbial contaminations. So after I put the broccoli as well as the shiitake mushroom, the chicken at this point is about probably close to 60% done. Okay, now I am ready actually to finish the stir frying process. Now the broccoli and the mushroom, you can stir fry them to actually any length times you want. If you want them to have more doneness or softer texture, you stir fry them longer. If you want them to be more crispy, which how I like them, I will stir fry them for a shorter time. Now in here, as you notice that at this step, I'm stir frying everything together. And this is the time when you can start to look at how much you want to control the texture of the ingredients. I added a bit more cooking oil because the broccoli and the mushroom both will pick up the cooking oil. You want to just have enough cooking oil, barely touch the bottom surface of the wok. The cooking oil is important for the ingredients to reach the Maillard temperature reaction zone. Okay, and now I'm going to add some yellow squash. Now you notice that this dish, the ingredients combination have a purpose. And the purpose is that there are certain ingredients, I call it to be the primary ingredients. In this case, broccoli is the primary ingredients, and I will have it in a larger representation. Whereas the other ingredients, they are in more of a complementary role. Now, in this, you can call it a vegetable medley. A vegetable medley provides you tremendous amount of flexibility in creating the flavor that you want, because each of the ingredients will have different texture, and the end result is that it will make it far more interesting. Okay, now I just take the noodles directly out from the refrigerator, and here I have approximately about 2.5 cups of spaghetti pasta noodles. And some of you might ask, why do you use spaghetti pasta noodles? Why don't you use like special Chinese noodle? And my answer to that is that all noodle is really the same. They are all weak noodles. You can use them for any purpose. You can use Chinese noodles for spaghetti, or you can use spaghetti noodles for a Chinese dish. There is really no limitation. And most of the time, we are restricted by our preconceived notion that we think spaghetti pasta noodles can be only used for a spaghetti dish. Okay, next I'm going to add a bit soy sauce to create the flavor that I want. And then I'm going to follow by a touch of oyster sauce. Now, the combination of soy sauce and oyster sauce is mainly for convenience and also for personal preference. I really like the flavor of soy sauce, oyster sauce combination. The oyster sauce will provide umami flavor to the dish, whereas the soy sauce will add saltiness to the dish. Both of these sauces are very effective in creating the type of flavor that you want. Again, you don't have to use very much because the ingredients you have in the dish already will provide flavor. And in fact, the best flavor of the dish is represented by the natural flavor of the ingredients that you add. And this is the reason why combination of different ingredients is really important. Now at this point, I'm going to use a little bit of water, which I spray directly onto the surface of the wok, where I notice that there are some ingredients might have burned to the surface of the wok. Now this method, I call it spot cleaning, which really means cleaning right at the spot. And this method is very effective for cleaning the wok, so that when you take it to the sink and ready to clean it after you finish cooking, it will clean much faster because the heat plus the water basically steam off any ingredient that has stuck to the surface of the wok. This not only clean the wok, but also return the flavor back to the dish. And this method is frequently known as degreasing. Okay, now I'm almost toward the final step of the cooking process. I'm going to add some cherry tomatoes. So as you can see, this dish basically contains 4 vegetables. Mushroom, which I add right in the beginning, followed by broccoli, and then yellow squash, and then I add some cherry tomatoes. Okay, after I did a final taste test, I decided I'm going to add just a touch of hoisin sauce. Hoisin sauce has a sweet flavor. It gives the dish more interesting flavor. Again, this is the part of the cooking system, which I call it flavor chasing. Flavor chasing is really important because it allows you to adjust the flavor as you cook, and so you can decide what the flavor that you want. And that's the reason any sauces that I use on a regular basis, I put them in a squeeze bottle. Now, some people will make up the sauce in advance. I prefer not to because this will give me more flexibility. Because if you make up the sauce in advance, it gives you less opportunity to change. So by having the soy sauce, the oyster sauce, and hoisin sauce in squeeze bottle, I can make adjustment accordingly. Then I also have a bottle of water, which I use it to adjust the consistency of the sauce. Okay, as you can see, this dish is very fast to cook. My cooking system, the most important emphasis is flexibility. I want to be able to cook with the type of intuition and creativity, and I like to also make changes on the fly, so I can make adjustment to the flavor of the dish. The cooking is most important when it comes to the fact is that you are able to make adjustment as you cook. So there's several important aspects to this system is that, first of all, through advanced prepping, I'm able to have the chicken anytime I want. And then through the advanced prepping of different kind of vegetables, I have the vegetable to choose from. And because of this, it will allow me to cook much faster when the time is most important. So using this cooking system, which I call it fast cooking system, not only is it very fast, but the word fast also stands for flavor chasing, advanced prepping, stir frying, and template based cooking. And the end result is that I can make home cooking more intuitive. And it is important that intuition allow you to cook spontaneously, so you don't have to keep looking up recipes. And by using template-based cooking, you know exactly what to do. And of course, the major advantage of template-based cooking is the ability for you to make adjustment as you cook, as you decide what ingredients that you want to use. So using a basic template, you can create many different versions and variations. So from this standpoint, you will be never tired of what you cook as well as what you eat. I have a friend, after she adopted my fast cooking system, she told me that for over a 6-month period, she never cooked the same dish twice. I post a video each day. The goal is that to help you to make home cooking as part of your daily routine. And if you'd like to learn more about my fast cooking system, please subscribe to this YouTube channel. So keep on cooking, and I will see you tomorrow.